What's going on, y'all? About to send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, 1 second, y'all. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Oh, we gotta fix that. Let me see if I can fix that. Give me 1 second. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. All right, that sounds a little better. Test, test, test. All right, that sounds a little better. All right, I sent that link out. All right, so I took 2 trades last night with the members. We're going to go over those like always in a second. But very rangy Tokyo session. Kind of makes sense because it was Wednesday, but very rangy. Only hit 1 TP and draw down the other trades still. Still up for the week though. So we're going to be looking at possible GN buys. We're going to be watching the indices. Might leave the indices alone because they're kind of looking a little funky right now. When we're watching the New Zealand pairs, I was looking at EN, but the thing dropped down. So we're going to switch this to we'll pull this up to NAS. Would help if I hit the right one. All right, there we go. What's going on, y'all? On top of the strong. So right now I'm just doing some back testing to see like where we're at right now. Obviously, I got these levels marked off, but I want to look further to the left to see exactly what level we're on. It looks like we're on top of a strong support resistance level. Yeah, so we can reset. We're doing a retest right now. So we can hold this level. We're going to continue to look for buys, especially since we broke these choppiness right here. Respecting this level as a support right here. Finally broke above it. So it's doing a nice little retest retracement. So price can hold this level. We're going to look for a buy here. Of course, we're not entering right now. We're going to be waiting for a London session. Got about 10 minutes till London session starts. Rejected this level multiple times. Hit this level during the news event. Retested. So we're going to see if we can continue to hold this level as support. Yeah, so we're watching GN. In a GJ buy right now. Took this buy. So those that was on yesterday's live stream, I want y'all to watch yesterday's live stream. Y'all was on it yesterday. Y'all remember I was in this GJ position. Do you remember I closed my profits when price retraced down? And I was saying exactly why. I was talking about it's better to be safe than sorry. And then look what happened. Imagine if I would have held my position. Not only would I lost all the money I was up, but it would have hit stop loss. So that's why it's always important not to be greedy and also know how to read the chart so you can kind of see when's a good time to close and cut your losses, or like, okay, if price breaks this level, it's most likely going to reverse. And look what happened. Not only did I secure profits from this trade, but later on, price came and did the same exact move. So me and the members caught this move. And we entered this yesterday and then added a second position last night during Tokyo session. We're kind of ranging in this second position, but I'm still up on this first position that we took yesterday. And I can pull that up in a second as well. So yeah, so we're just chilling right there. Took this gold sell. We entered this on yesterday's live stream. We hit a few TPs, did a little retracement, and now it's trying to see if it's going to continue. It's holding into this level of traffic, which is nice. So we can possibly see price hit the final TP later on today. But a great start to the week so far. What's going on, Shawn? I see you in here. Yeah, so I like that right here. Yeah, so we've been watching GN as well. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check that out for yourself. Last week we went 15-4, caught a total 72,624 pips. Last month we went 34-3, caught 105,389 pips. You hit that first link, you'll be able to see all that. 1 second. 920. I know I'm just trying to figure out where exactly I want to put my stop loss. I think I'm going to put it. I want to put it underneath this level of traffic, but I also don't want to put it too far. So I think I'm just going to do 20. Take this around 920. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so we're going to wait to see what the next 15 looks like. Yeah, we got about 6 minutes till the London session starts. Gonna be waiting for the opening candle like usual. Yeah, but I like this retest right here. So I wrote this trade idea up. So we're gonna see if we can take these highs out to the left and make a higher high today. Now, as far as news today, still same thing. We don't really have any news going down. We do have some news at 101 orange folder, but the high impact news doesn't start coming out until tomorrow and Friday. So 8:30 tomorrow, we got USD news, we got CPI, unemployment claims. Then at 4:15, right before market closes, we got another orange for FOMC event. Then tomorrow is also Japanese holiday, so probably not going to trade any of the JPY pairs. So I'm going to try to see if it's going to make a little move today, but don't be too shocked or surprised if it plays around today or does a retracement before the holiday tomorrow. And then looking at Friday, hour before London, we got GBP news. And then literally that's it until New York at 8:30. Then we got USD news again. And then at 10 a.m. we got USD news. So that's pretty much how this week's going to be going as far as news events. So strictly just going to be waiting for setups and our levels to get hit on confirmations to be met. And that's pretty much it. So that's what we've been doing all this week. Also, those that have been watching the lives, like I said, even in the one yesterday, I was talking about NAS and the indices, how we're seeing some bearish momentum. But I said we have this strong support level right here. And sure enough, what happened yesterday? Price hit this level, wicked it, rejected, came right back to this 4-hour level right here. Again, not a coincidence. But as of now, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to wait to honestly see how it reacts to this 4-hour level here or this daily level. Just going to leave it alone for right now. Because like I said, before this low retracement, we were nice and bullish, and we didn't break this strong support level. We rejected and pushed back up. So unless it rejects this daily level or this 4-hour level here and tries to drop back down, I'm just going to patiently wait for it to hit this daily level, or I'm waiting for it to break below this level here. So we're just going to be chilling on the indices for right now. Just arranging. Go do a nice little retracement retest. Got about 3 minutes till London session starts. Yeah, so we're watching GN right here. Let me go ahead and pull up what I was talking about. And this is another example. I'm pretty sure I went over this in, no, I'm thinking about the YouTube video I dropped the other day. I went over it in that video. But this is another example of just price repeating itself. Like I always say, price always repeats itself. Or if you miss the entry, just wait for price to retrace. If it doesn't retrace, wait for it to break the next key price level. What did price do? It ended up retracing. Literally did the same exact move. This was the same day. I also went over, and, well, let's turn the bar replay on. That'll probably help. But I also explained another way of why we saw price retracing, because again, if y'all remember those that was in the live stream, this was the entire, well, before that wick, it was up this entire daily candlestick. All right. And this is why I like to trade off the daily time frame as well, not just to find the overall structure and trend, but to also see what's going on. Because again, you got to understand there's 3/4 sessions. The main sessions, Tokyo, London, and New York. So if we're on the daily time frame, each one of these candlesticks represents the day. And if our candlestick was already the size as most of the other daily candlesticks that close for the day, and was only one session in, and then on top of that, there's already naturally retracements and reversals in between sessions changing, it makes sense for it to retrace and kind of slow down a little bit. Because again, you got to remember, these are live values, these are real currencies, these are real stocks, these are real, you know, gold is really worth what, $1,930 right now. Like these are real values. So price realistically can't just shoot straight up nonstop or shoot straight down nonstop. Even with retracements, it's got to, you know, pause for a little bit before it doesn't move. And even when it doesn't move, sometimes I got to do some retracements, you know what I'm saying? Like here, did it dump? What happened after the dump? Chilled for a little bit, retraced, shot back down to the same level, and finally broke that level, right? If we zoom out even further, or even with the uptrend, when we was catching all the buys, if I zoom out, well, we was catching a lot of sells before the buys. So I guess I should talk about the sells first. This is right here. So even right here, price chilled a little bit, did a dump, retraced, dumped again, retraced to the same level, dumped, hit the same level, retraced at the same resistance level, dumped to the same support level, retraced, finally broke that level. Then look what happened. Retraced, support level, strong support level. Let me build this up for you. Strong support, turn to a strong resistance. Hit this level. For again, we're on a 15-minute time frame. So we see right here, this is saying Friday the 26th at the bottom of the screen. And now we're all the way to Monday. All right, so this was whole 2 days, price chilled at this level. Then we're here on Tuesday. So it wasn't until, so it stayed at the same price for 2 days before it broke and moved down. And then what happened? It hit a new level, retraced, came all the way back up to where it was a whole 2 weeks ago. All right, that's why we trade off these levels. Okay, that's another thing to understand as well. So if you ever, price is ever ranging or stuff like that, that's one thing to understand. But also, you know, you read the charts, you know how to read the candlesticks, you'll be able to understand exactly what's going on. Because price isn't just randomly doing stuff. Candlesticks aren't just randomly getting printed onto the charts. Everything is happening for a reason. You just gotta know why it's happening. But literally everything's happening for a reason. Alright, so when the session did just start, I do like this right here. We're going to see how it reacts to this level here. I'm going to also go ahead and post a disclaimer just to get it out the way, so I don't know how this opening London candlestick is going to react. So make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free Telegram, free signal room. Go ahead and read that disclaimer. It's the same disclaimer I post every day. It goes over how the TPs work, how you should go about trading in general, and a few other things. On your phone screen, it might look like a big paragraph, but it's literally just 11 sentences. I believe in y'all. Y'all can read 11 sentences. But I kind of like this right here. So we're going to see how it reacts on this level. Those just joining the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is a trade idea. We have not entered this yet. Might momentarily though. As of now, not yet. So I'm gonna put this on my other screen really quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. And let me know if the audio is still good on y'all's end, because I don't got YouTube on right now. So let me know if the audio is still good on y'all's end. All right, cool. So GJ is starting to move now. As soon as London session started, now we just hit that next TP. We're about to, I think we just hit, no, we hit TP2. So let me go ahead and let the members know. We're a couple pips away from TP3. Let me go ahead and let the members know really quick. TP2 just got hit. A few pips away from TP3. Whoops. Give me 1 second. So I'm gonna pull up the advanced play signal room in a second. Give me 1 second. All right, so this is not the same signal. So nobody jump in this trade. This is a signal from yesterday. All right, you see the date's the 8th. It's obviously not the 8th anymore. So this is the GJ move from right here. So again, those I was here on yesterday's live stream, y'all remember we was deep in profit on this move. Y'all saw it retrace. You heard me explain why it got wicked out. Members, y'all watched the New York price watch list. Y'all saw me break down this trade. Break down if it could break this level, stay above 182, we can look for buy. Sure enough, it broke that level, maintained that level for multiple candlesticks. That's when we re-entered, and it did literally the same exact move it did during Tokyo session. All TPs got hit. Then we also took a EJ buy yesterday as well. So we took 2 different JPY pair buys. Both of them hit all TPs. And then, of course, we had that huge gold sell in the free channel yesterday. Let me switch to the free channel really quick. I'm still watching GN still, but it's still just chilling at this level. So we're not going to jump in that yet, but I am watching it. So he's still just chilling. New 5-minute did just start though. So NAS hit this level. This is another resistance level. We can see possible short-term sales here. We can hold this level. So we'll see how price reacts here. Because again, hit the support level. So if it breaks this level, especially this daily level, if it breaks above this daily level, we can see the bullish momentum potentially come back into play. And of course, you know, tomorrow and Friday is when the news events going on. So yeah, so depending on what happens today, will kind of determine what's going to go down tomorrow and Friday. It's going to be interesting to see how price reacts. So you see how it already tapped this level and it's rejecting. Again, another reason why we trade off these levels. Let me see here. Yeah, I like this right here. We might jump in this soon. So if you hit that first link in the description, make sure to read this disclaimer. Again, it might look like a big paragraph on your phone screen, but it's just 11 sentences, and it breaks down how you should go about trading. This is why, and again, if you're watching this and you're the one that DM'd me yesterday, I'm not making fun of you. I'm not picking on you. Don't take it personal. I'm just saying it so people can take it as a learning experience, right? Whoa. My trading view just brain farted on me. Let me see something. Well, my long and short positions just disappeared off all my charts. Let me see if refreshing fixes that. But the reason why, again, I'm not picking on you, and nobody knows who you are, so it's only going to be me and you knowing who I'm talking about. But I don't know what's going on with my signal. Give me 1 second. My thing bugging out. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. I don't know what's going on. Let me try closing some of these tabs up. Because the charts are still working. My long positions just disappeared on me. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm about to restart my thing. I haven't restarted my computer all week, but let me restart the Wi-Fi really quick. All right, there we go. Let me know if I disconnected off StreamYard if I'm still on. Okay. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I just restarted Wi-Fi. Let me just make sure that the audio's still working, the live's still going. Okay, the static's back. Give me 1 second. Let me fix the mic really quick. All right, cool. So back to what I was saying. Let's pull up these charts back up. So we're not looking at NAS right now. We're gonna pull back up. Back to what I was saying. Let's pull up GN. So we're not looking at yeah, I like GN right here. GN. Yeah, I like GN right here. All right, so I'm entering this right here. I'm about to post the TPs in the channel. All right, so I'm entering this right here. The Wi-Fi slightly delayed the entry, but it's still valid. So we're about to do this right now. TP3. So give me 1 second now, and then we're gonna go back to what I was talking about. TP3. So give me 1 second now, and then we're gonna go back to what I was talking about. Now, let me turn the volume down so it's not echoing. $10.35. Like this right here, $10.35. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, and I see you're a comment trader, Blue. We're gonna go over that in a second. Let me pull up my other charts. So GJ is still kind of ranging right now. We're still gonna hold that. So let me pull up GA. There's nothing rejected. So we got a few minutes to the next 15. So we're gonna see what the next 15 looks like. But looking at GA, we entered this last night as well. Rejected the daily level. Reattempted one more time off the retest right here. Entered off this retest. Struggled and failed to break this high right here. Break this level of traffic right here. Rejected down. Retrace, came back up to this daily level. It's pushing back up. So we're about to see if it's going to go for a round 2 of trying to break these levels. All right. So that's what's going on with GA. So that's why I always say hold to SL or TP gets hit. Because again, if you're ever confused on what's going on with the chart, take the time to learn how to read the charts, right? And of course, that's not going to happen overnight. That's going to take, a day by day back testing. But this video alone will help you get started with seeing the candlesticks in a different way and in the proper way. So let me find that video really quick. Okay, so make sure to check this video out. This is an excellent back testing video. Literally, if you look at the charts, it's back testing, but this video is on how to read candlesticks. So make sure to check that video out. And like always, it's shorter than your favorite TV show episode. But yeah, things are about to start moving soon. My bad, y'all. I'm pulling my other charts back up. Those just joined the stream, make sure that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check that out for yourself. We're about to go through it right now. We was just looking at a bunch of charts, breaking things down. But before I get sidetracked, like I said, we're about to get back to what I was explaining. So in the disclaimer, right, bottom thing says it risks 1 to 5% of your account per trade. Okay, there's a reason why for that, especially with the bigger pairs to trade like the indices and gold. You cannot afford, or with any pair in general, to over leverage. And you don't need to risk a lot to make a decent amount per trade. Okay, and this is exactly why, again, you know who I'm talking about, but this is exactly why you should do that, because I had somebody send me a message yesterday, and they risked way more than 5%, and they were sending me a screenshot of us when we wasn't drawdown on the gold trade, because we wasn't drawdown for a little bit, right? If we pull up gold, we wasn't drawdown for a little bit, but I said the same thing I'm saying right now. The disclaimer said it risks 1 to 5%. You risk way more than 5% of your account, and if you would have risked that 5% or less, you would have been able to handle that drawdown. But not only that, you would have been able to make some money. Right, so that's why it's important not to over leverage, because the over leveraging is going to make you lose more than you're okay with, or depending on what your account size is and how much you're risking, it could cause you to blow your account or over marginalize your account. So we got GN chilling right there. The pairs are kind of ranging right now, kind of like what was going on yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a similar situation. It was choppy, didn't really pick up until going into London session, like an hour into London session. But we're just a 15 minutes in, so we're going to see what this next 15. So we're going to get rid of gold because we can't really do much with gold right there. So we're going to pull up these other currency pairs and see what's going down. It's right here. I'm going to have the indices in gold on my other screen. Yeah, I think it's pushing now. All right, so we hit that first link in the description. First thing you're going to see is obviously the GN signal I just posted. But again, make sure to read the disclaimer. And you scroll up, you're going to see how we did yesterday. So these are some student results, testimonials. You're just going to have to see it for yourself, because I think I got to update my trading view, because every time I try to blow these up, it doesn't blow up on my computer screen for some reason. And I literally started doing this like 3 days ago. I don't know what's going on, but I'll figure it out. But this is how we did yesterday. So we took a total of 3 trades yesterday. So we took an EJ trade, meaning the members. During Tokyo session, all TVs got hit, caught 85 pips. Then we had an EA buy that we called on Monday, held that into Tuesday. All TVs got hit, caught 147 pips. Then we took a gold sell. We entered this on yesterday's live stream. TP5 got hit, caught 900 pips. Then me and the members during New York took a GJ buy that we broke down earlier at the beginning of this live. All TPs got hit, caught 75 pips. Caught a total of 1,207 pips yesterday. 160 of those pips were strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. 3-0 yesterday, went 2-0 on Monday, 5-0 for the week. You click right here, it's going to take you to, well, that was the EA signal, where you can see the screenshots of my 2 positions. Broke that down in yesterday's live stream. Then you scroll right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of yesterday where that gold signal was. Every trade posted as my personal entry, SL, TPs. You'll see the time the trade was posted, how many people viewed or entered the trade, the reactions, TPs getting hit, screenshots of what's going on in the advanced play signal room, and all that good stuff. And we are at TP1, by the way, for GN. I'm going to send that notification out in a second. Yeah, here's some more screenshots, student testimonials, all that good stuff. This is how we did Monday. Monday we went 2-0, took 1 trade in the free channel, 1 trade in the advanced play signal room, took an EA buy, 55 pips at that time, EN buy, 58 pips at that time. And then this is how we did last month. But let me go ahead and send that notification out because obviously not everybody in here is in the live stream. So let me let them know that TP1 did get hit. All right, cool. So this is how we did last month. Last month we went 34-3, only took 3 losses last month. Ended with a 92% win rate. Caught a total of 105,389 pips. 96,594 of those pips strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. All you gotta do is scroll to August 6th, and you'll see this right here. You click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of the month, July 3rd, where you see we started off with a nice GN sell. Like always, all wins and losses are posted in the channel. Every entry of mine is personally posted here that way. Just like in the disclaimer, every trade posted is one I personally entered. Before entering, do your own chart analysis to see if price is still near my entry. And no TPs got hit. And as you see the same thing on the scene. So that's why I post my entry as a reference. All right. And that's why I always put in the past is I never say buy or sell. I always say bought or sold. And I always give my exact entry so you know as a reference where I personally entered at. And yeah, so you can see how we did for the entire month. Now, if you want to do some real studying on me, you can click this pinned message and it'll take you to last year where you can see how we've been consistently averaging high 80, high 90% win rates weekly, monthly, and quarterly for over a year. So you can check that out as well. Of course, there's always going to be screenshots, student testimonials, and stuff going down, but you can see how we've been consistently doing this thing for a year. But yeah, so we're going to get out of that. And then this is how we did last week, but we're going to pull that up in a second. Let's go through these pairs really quick. Yeah, so GN is kind of, GJ is kind of struggling, not too much of a surprise. We're going to see if it can make a higher high. Again, we do have a bank holiday for the JPY pairs. Well, not the JPY, well, technically the JPY pairs, but it's a Japanese bank holiday tomorrow. So we do got to keep that in mind. We're still going to hold these positions because we're only at a wick right now for the day. So it already retested this level down here. So now we just got to see if we can break this level and respect the level it's currently on. Y'all should be nice and blue on GN right now. GA is trying to push back what is currently back above this daily level. So it's about to push back towards our entry. And we're going to see how that plays out. Now, I usually don't enter off touch and goes, but this would have been one of the very small chances. It's a very small percentage. There's about 5 to 10% chance that, you know, it does end up playing out. But again, rules are rules for a reason. Usually I like to wait for the next 15, but this would have been one of the few rare occasions where entering off a touch and go would have worked out in my favor. because we would have been deep in profit, and that wick was a lot more aggressive than I was expecting. But to be honest, if I was monitoring the chart, I would have probably entered if I saw it rejecting a little bit more than it was, right? Because we do there's a quick bar replay. We can see how this played out, right? And we're gonna slow it down so we can actually see what happened. Whoa, okay, so that went a little bit quicker than they didn't do what I wanted to see it do. Maybe because it's just literally 2 candlesticks. Let me see if it'll do it here. Because usually I do more than 2 candlesticks, but that thing went quick. So let me see if it does anything different on the 5-minute. Yeah, it's a lot slower. So you see how I literally, with that level rejected, the next 5-minute retested. Going to play it. Because you literally saw how it went from red back to green, but you also see how it's touching the level and it's already rejecting that level. So now we're about to see what the next 5-minute and this 15 does. It rejects. So if I was on the 5-minute time frame, I might have saw that. But I honestly don't look for entries off the 5. I usually look for entries off the 15. So that would have been one of the few rare occasions where entering off a touch and go would have worked out in our favor. But we're just gonna let it do its thing. It is what it is. Let's see what these other pairs are up to. Gold's still ranging. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just gonna have all the pairs I'm in currently on this screen. Alright, cool. Now I'm gonna put this back up. Yeah, so this is just ranging between TP1 and our entry right now, GJ. But again, I still have this first position, so I am deep in profit, so I'm not really tripping about that. It's just the second position. And again, because if y'all watch my most recent video that I dropped, when did I drop this? I think I dropped this on Monday. I'm gonna go ahead and share this one. If y'all watch this video, you'll understand why as well, okay? So make sure to check this video out once I drop it in the chat, if it'll let me. There we go. It's titled How to Become Consistently Profitable Trading. All right, so this one is a little bit longer than my other videos, but it's kind of a preview of what's going to be going down when I start uploading the content for the YouTube member only membership subscription stuff. But this one is super in depth and more detailed. Well, all of them are detailed, all my videos, but this one's a little bit longer. Let me see. Here it is right here. Okay, well, I explain literally how to be profitable. And honestly, if like all my videos, if you just watch it, do what I say step by step. Because again, I'm not just blindly telling y'all to do this just because I said so. I explain exactly why I say to do something, just like I always explain exactly why I say not to do something. But it's very simple, y'all. Like, trading is not as complicated as people make it seem. You don't gotta, there's not a bunch of patterns like people make it seem like it is. It's only price only does 3 things, y'all. I talk about almost every live. I'm gonna continue to talk about it until y'all finally starts having it click in y'all's heads. I know some people was clicking, but the charts only move in 3 different patterns. We're gonna go up this time. This is the only 3 things you're gonna see. You're gonna see an uptrend. You're gonna see a downtrend, or you're gonna see price ranging, consolidating, or in a sideways market, right? That's all the same stuff. Just like there's a bunch of different terms, like for support, resistance, liquidity, is all the same stuff. There's the only 3 things you're going to see. You're going to see an uptrend or a downtrend. That's all you're going to see. You're either going to see an uptrend, downtrend, or consolidation, ranging market. So obviously, if we're in an uptrend, I did this backwards. We're going to do it like this. Cool. So obviously, if we're in an uptrend, we're going to want to look for buys. We're going to wait for retracement, enter low, so we can ride the wave up. Just like if we're in a sell, we're going to wait for retracement, enter high, ride the wave down. So if we're in a consolidation ranging market, we want to wait for price to break out and either break above, treat the level of support, enter a buy, or break below, treat level as resistance, enter a sell. You do not want to enter a trade where price is ranging. Why? Because this is when, people say, oh, trading is risky, trading is gambling, this, that, and the third. This is when people start saying that stuff. Because when price is stuck in this ranging, it's going to break out one or two ways, obviously, up or down. But we don't know for sure. Obviously, nothing's 100%, but we don't know for sure which way is going until we patiently wait to see what price is trying to go. Because again, we do not control the markets, y'all. So stop trying to influence your will onto the markets. Patiently wait to see what price is trying to do, and then follow his lead. Don't try to influence the markets or put your will onto the markets, because it's not going to work. Patiently wait to see what price is trying to do. Wait for your confirmations, and then enter. Calculate your lot size and enter. Again, if you're risking 1 to 5% of your account per trade, like I always stress, literally every day before I post the first trade, like we can go to a random, hold on. What year are we in? Are we still in? I'm trying to see. Okay, we can just go to here, right? So this was my old disclaimer, but I made it more specific as time went by. But even here, you see before the first trade, I always post that disclaimer every day. I post a disclaimer before the first trade. Please use proper risk. I post it every single day for a reason. Okay. And at the bottom, I always recommend what to risk. 1 to 5%. So you're risking 1 to 5% of your account per trade, and you're going with the trend and direction of price. You should not be scared to enter a trade, because most people are scared to enter a trade because they're scared of losing. Find me a strategy that's 100% win rate for multiple quarters consecutively. You probably can't find one. So because you can't find one, the fear of losing a trade should get out your head, because you're going to lose a trade every now and then, right? Now, we of course had some weeks where we had 100% win streaks, but that's not every week, right? We might have had that like 2 weeks in a row, the longest, but then we took like a loss here, a loss there. But there's no 100% win rate. That's why there's things we put into place that we can control. We wait for confirmations. We trade off key price levels. We calculate our lot size. Like if we risk 5% of your account per trade, you know how many trades you would have to lose in a row to blow your account? You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people are scared to enter trades because they're over leveraging, or because they just think they're supposed to win every trade, when that's just not realistic or the reality of trading. All right, so we barely missed TP2. New 15 just started. GJ still ranging. GA broke it back above, is retesting that level. So we're just chilling right now. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. Instagram and TikTok is on the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram is Playmaker_way. TikTok is Playmaker Way. I post daily on both pages. Make sure to follow both. We're almost at 1,000 followers on TikTok. Once we get 1,000 followers on TikTok, we're going to be going live on there as well. It's going to be outside of the London session hours. Well, let me not say outside the London session hours, but it's going to be outside of the hour that we stream on YouTube. And then you can also DM me on Instagram for any questions. I respond to all messages. Also, this is your first time on the channel. Welcome. I appreciate you giving this channel a chance, but go ahead and hit that sub and bell button, because we don't just live trade and live stream every day. London session 3 a.m. EST on this channel, but we post weekly content as well, from trade breakdowns, trading psychology videos, trading tip videos, trading plan videos, Got videos on how to identify the trend, risk reward, support resistance, multiple candlestick videos, countless stuff. So make sure just explore the channel while you're watching the live, because the way YouTube is now, you can do multiple things on the app. So go ahead and hit that profile, scroll, look at some videos that catch your eye, save them for later, click it, watch it now, whatever the case may be. But I guarantee there's going to be a video that's going to catch your attention or help you out on my channel. And like always, we make trading simple here. No indicators, just simply just looking at market structure and doing the basics. Because a lot of people ignore the basics, myself included, when I first started learning trading. Like a lot of people, I was worried about just trying to make the money, but I quickly realized that you can't make money. Well, you can make money, but consistently if you don't know what you're doing. Right? Like I say it all the time to my students and members, what are we trading based off candlesticks? So we're trading based off the candlesticks. It's insane for us to not to take the time to learn how to read the candlesticks. Because once you learn how to read the candlesticks, it's literally the same thing on every chart, every pair. It doesn't matter if it's a currency pair, doesn't matter if it's gold, doesn't matter if it's indices, options, crypto, anything with candlesticks, anything on the chart, you literally read it the same way and they do the same thing. We all should be nice and blue on GN right now. Let's see these other pairs up too. GA's pushing back up. About to see if we can hit this TP. Speaking of trade breakdowns, because I've been getting a lot of questions about how I go about the trading and stuff. But that's what the trade breakdown videos are for. Obviously, there's some stuff like, you know, if you want me to teach you step by step the strategy and stuff like that, obviously that's not going to be in there. But literally, the trade breakdowns teach you from start to finish what I look for, how I enter the trade, my psychology and mindset with the setup in the trade. And I break down step by step how you can do the same exact thing. So let me find one really quick. Let me drop this one. So I'm about to drop one in the chat right now. Those just joining the stream, go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free sitting room, free Telegram. We're currently in some trades right now. I mean, the members were in 2 trades, and then I put a trade in the free channel. We're already nice and blue on this trade. We're kind of stuck underneath this lower price right here. So speaking, this is actually a good example right here. So we enter this trade. We're kind of flickering between TP1 and our entry. We almost hit TP2 and prices retracing. So a lot of people are probably not even looking at a chart right now. They're probably looking at their MT4, MT5, staring at that number on their screen flickering from blue to red. If that's you right now, stop it. That's not telling you anything. You should only be in your MT4, MT5 unless you're on your computer version of MT4, MT5. If you're not, if you're on your phone, you should not be on it. You should only be on that when you're entering a trade, closing a trade, or moving your SL. If you're not doing any of those 3 things, you should not be on it. You should be on a chart. Because like we just talked about before, what made you enter that trade? What you saw in the charts. It wasn't what you saw on your MT4 screen, because you only can enter and exit trades on that. You enter the trade based off the candlestick. So while you're in a trade, doesn't it make sense to still monitor the charts and the candlesticks? Because again, that red or blue number on your screen is not going to tell you what's going on in the charts. That's just going to tell you how much you're up or how much in drawdown you're in. That's not going to explain why price is stuck where it's at, why price is retracing, why price is pumping in your favor, why price is not going in your favor. MT4, MT5 is not going to tell you any of that. All that's going to do is fuck with your psyche, make you enter more positions, make you close a trade too early, just make you make mistakes. All right. I never look at my NT4, NT5 unless, like I said, I'm doing one of the three: entering the trade, closing the trade, moving my SL. And when I started doing that, not only did it help me stay more cool, calm, and collected while in the trade, but it also helped me not just stay in trades longer, but understand what's going on. So right here, obviously right here, this green line right here is my TP2. And TP2 is right at a support resistance level on a smaller time frame. We see right here, literally how, again, price repeats itself. We can literally see how here, price is treating this level as a resistance, rejected. Then we see how price broke above it, retested the same level, treated as support. Retested the same level, treated as support. Struggling to break and hold above this resistance level, rejected back to the downside. Then look here, before we enter this trade, what happened? Price hit the same exact level, treating the same exact level as a support resistance level. And now here we are right now, trying to see if we can break back above this level. Again, that's simple, y'all. It's that simple. And that video I just dropped in the chat, the how to read candlesticks video, breaks down exactly how you can do the same thing and look at the same stuff and identify the same levels. So now let's break down why we even went for a buy. Let's go on a naked chart first. This is a naked chart, but we'll do this in. So we're on the daily time frame. We're obviously bullish. We've been rising to the top, going to the upside for a very long time. So that's where we went for buys. And then on top of that, we had this strong resistance level here that price was struggling to break and finally broke it, right? We see multiple times price was struggling to break this level. Multiple times. Let's speed this up right here. Rejected, 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 rejected. Finally broke above it. So, since price obviously was treating this level multiple times as a resistance and finally broke above it, and then on top of that, multiple days retested and treated it from resistance to support, not only did that make a higher high come into play, but that just showed that the bullish momentum is still in play and relevant. So that's why we went for a buy. So now we're just waiting to see if it can continue to break those highs to the left that it was struggling to break yesterday and last night during Tokyo session. But honestly, since last night included, like price has just been rangy. It's been super rangy. The girl only had one TP, and that wasn't until like an hour ago. And we took two positions. Price has been super rangy Tokyo session. So we're gonna see if things pick up in this next hour or so. I'll put this back at 115. I'll pull up. Gold still ranging as well. Yeah, the same thing with US30. So again, the strong support level, try to break it once, respected it, hit it again yesterday, huge wick, close back to the upside. Now, compared to NAS and SPX, this is extremely bullish still. So we're gonna wait to see how it reacts to this level here. The price could stay above like 35,000, like 390, 35,400. We could possibly look for buys, but we also have a super strong resistance level here at around 35,500. So if we can break and hold those two levels, bullish momentum is definitely still in play, and we can look for some buys. So that's why I'm also kind of hesitant to look for sells on NAS, even though if I just wasn't looking at US30, I was strictly looking at SPX and NAS. It's obviously looking like, you know, possible bearish momentum, but It also rejected that level. But if we look here compared to US30, obviously we can see some lows being made, and we can see price in real time rejecting that level. Same thing with SPX. So really just gonna be watching these for the next few hours. Plus, it's not making any crazy big moves. It's kind of just ranging like all these other pairs. So I'm not really tripping about that. What's going on, y'all? I see y'all jumping in here. This looks like it's moving a lot better than GJ. So let me see if the Euro pairs are moving smoother than the GBP pairs. No, they're all kind of rangy right now. So we've been on for about an hour. And again, we've been on the 15-minute time frame. So looking at GJ, we've been on for an hour. Price has not really done much. It's done a few moves, but like I always say, it's important where the candlestick goes, but it's more important where it closes. So that wick's cool for to note take, but it's not really hasn't really done much because yeah, it's cool. Price went there, but then look where it closed. Then look where the next 15 went. Then look at this current 15, and we just got about a minute to the next 15. This was the 15 beforehand. These were the 15 minutes before that, right? And then we look here. So we literally see price ever since it did that repeat move yesterday. It's kind of just been stuck here. Has not really done much at all since markets reopened last night. This when market reopened around this time. And yeah, we're on the 15. So again, every four of these candlesticks represents an hour. So price has literally been chilling at this level for hours. The same thing with GN. Price was ranging here. Same thing for hours. Then it did a retracement. This was the news candlestick. This was a news candlestick, I'm pretty sure. Hit that level, retest. It's kind of just chilling right now. So we're going to see if volume picks up in this next hour because the 4 o'clock hour is about to pop up in 15 minutes. Well, 15 minutes. So we're going to see what happens there. All right, new 15 just started. Yeah, so these are still trying. We'll get rid of this one because we're not in this one right here. Yeah, so we're just patiently waiting, y'all. This thing's slowly trying to push up. So this is just a trade idea. Not entering this without my confirmations being met, but like any other trade, I always do this to make sure that the idea I'm looking at is even worth considering. Because if the risk reward is not there, I'm just either going to try to adjust to see if my stop loss can be smaller or tighter, or if not, if my stop loss is where I want it to be or where I think it should be, then I'm just going to wait for a better looking setup or just looking at a different pair. Because again, risk reward is very important. If we're risking $50 and the max we can make is $20, that's not a trade worth entering. You want to at least a 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum risk reward. That way, if price doesn't go to the ultimate TP, just goes halfway, you're at least making what you're risking minimum versus maximum at least 2 or 3 times what you're risking, right? And if we look at a lot of these setups, the ones that kind of do the full move, they average 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk rewards. So that was a 1 to 4. Well, this one, we don't really trade US30. It would be better if we go on a currency pair for that example. All right, so this was GA earlier this week. Again, more reason why we're going for buys. We've been going for buys consistently for a while. Went for a couple sells here during that small retracement, but it rejected those levels and shot back up. So that's why we continue to buys. But if we just look here, we can see on the average, a lot of these positions are 1 to 3, 1 to 2 risk reward setups, 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Well, this is 1 to 3. These setups, this was a 1 to 5, this one was a 1 to 4, 1 to 2, 1 to 2. So on average, a lot of these are 1 to 2 risk reward setups, which is what you want to look for. Because again, trading consists of three main things: the charts, learning how to read the charts, and having a strategy. Then two, implementing that strategy, having good discipline and your emotions under control. And then three, simple math, which is knowing how to count pips, calculate your lot size, risk to reward. So focusing on the simple math part, which is also what my most recent video breaks down a lot and goes further into detail with. Again, if we're risking 1 to 5% of our account per trade, we would literally have to lose like 20 trades in a row to blow our account. You can lose 5 trades in a row and not blow your account. Now, off that same thing, if we're risking 5% of our account per trade and we're going for 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk to reward setups, by the way, what is this? 1 to 2, 1 to 2. And this was yesterday. And we're going for 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk to reward setups. What's 5% times 2? 5 times 2, 10%. 5% times 3, 5 times 3, 15. So again, less is more. If we're risking 5% of our account, we take one trade, and that one trade is a 1 to 2 risk reward. We made 10% of our account in one day. If it was a 1 to 3, we made 50% of our account in one day. Just taking one trade. It's that simple, y'all. And I don't know about y'all, but I've been seeing a bunch of videos on YouTube, and nobody be talking about making 10%, let alone in a day, or even 5% a day. I always hear people talk about 1%, 1%, 1%. I'm like, unless y'all are trading prop firm accounts, which most of these big traders aren't doing, why are y'all telling the audience to go for 1% a day? That makes zero sense. I mean, it makes sense on their part for marketing, because honestly, if you're only making 1% a day, you're not really making much unless you have, like high 4 to 5, 6-figure account, right? Because 1% is not really that much. But again, breaking out simple math, 1% of $100, 1% of $1,000, and 1% of 10K is a huge difference, but it's still 1%. But same thing if we up it to 5%, 5% of $100 versus 5% of $1,000 versus 5% of 10,000, it's still 5%, but it is a big difference. But that's why we go off percentages, risk rewards, and then risking the same amount each trade. But yeah, price is just ranging. Like we see it here. We see what's going on. GN's still trying. But yeah, as far as any other pairs, probably not going to enter anything else. Just going to be monitoring these trades for right now. Because gold is not at a good entry right now. I got wicked out of gold last night. We can pull gold up. But yesterday hit a nice 1 to 2 risk reward. Trade is still valid though, because SL hasn't gotten a hit. It did a nice retracement to the entry last night, like about an hour before the stream started. Wasn't on the charts, wasn't looking at gold, so I could have re-entered and been back at like TP2, TP3, because what was it? Yeah, so this was the gold signal yesterday. Entry was 1932. And currently is at 1929, so it's right back at TP2. So the thing literally retraced right back to our entry, so we could have re-entered and been back up like 200 pips right now. But yeah, trade's still valid, because as you can see, even when we entered that trade, we entered off this candlestick, hit TP1, retested this level, shot back down, barely was on the other side, barely even hit our red. So yeah, trade's still valid. And again, we broke this down on yesterday's live stream, why we even took the trade and what we was looking at. But again, pretty simple. And this is why we also trade off the bigger time frame. So looking at the daily time frame, we can see that price wasn't making any new highs. Because again, what did I say earlier at the beginning of the stream? I even got it marked off here. I got them marked off on like every chart. Price only does 3 things. One of 3 things. This one kind of looks funky, so we're going to get rid of this. I probably did this on a smaller time frame. I'm going to get rid of this. Price will only do one or three things. It's either going to be in an uptrend. Why is my thing bugging like that? Hold on. I don't know why I was doing that. It's either going to be an uptrend, a downtrend. My bad, y'all. My thing bugging out for right now. It's either going to be an uptrend, downtrend, or it's going to be an ranging consolidation, or what people call a sideways market. So only three things is going to be in. Only three things is going to be in. So obviously, right here, price was nice and bullish, so it was catching buys. Then right here, price was making lows, it was catching sells. So if you look right here, it was catching all these sells here, and if you go into the free signal room and you go through like all of May and June, you'll see what's catching sells. So when price hit this level here, which was a strong support level, which we can see here, it failed to make a lower low. Instead, as you can see here, it rejected that level. Went for a reattempt, rejected that level twice. So that shows us that bearish momentum is potentially coming into play. But what really sealed the deal is when it took out the lows to the left and the lower highs to the left. Now, if you're confused on how to identify the trend or signs to look for reversals, I have a video for that as well on the channel. So let me find that video and I'll drop it in the chat. But again, the first part of trading, remember what I said, consists of the charts. So if you do not know how to read the candlesticks or the charts, take the time to learn it. You'll thank yourself later. Because once you take that time to learn it, it's literally rinse and repeat. So go ahead and nip it in the bud, rip the band-aid off, and learn how to read the charts. And those watching recorded, this is that video. Make sure to check that out. So price failed to make a lower low twice. That's when we started going for buys. Boom, you see price shot up. That's simple, yo. Now, obviously, you can be like, oh, it's pretty easy to explain after the fact. But again, if y'all was here for the lives, or if y'all want to do your research and go to the lives between May and June, you can see me not only predict the downtrend, but if you want to go super far back, all the way to around the end of March. Wait. Yeah, the end of March, like between like March, what day was like between March 17th and April. I even predicted a reversal happening. Again, why? Just understand how to read charts and market structure. So, boom, was nice and bullish, was catching these buys. Then price hit this resistance level, and as you can see, struggled and failed to make a higher high twice, rejected level twice. So once I saw price reject that level twice, that's showing me that this is a strong resistance level. It's not ready to break that yet, and that the possible downtrend that was started earlier could possibly come back into play. And sure enough, what happened after this rejection, obviously you see these short positions here, and obviously we took a sell yesterday, so you see that I determined that bearish momentum was coming into play. And sure enough, you can see price did a third attempt, rejected, retested, rejecting to the downside. That's simple. Now here we are in present time, almost right back where we left off. So we can break this level here, this level of traffic, and if we can break and hold underneath 1906, we can see the bearish momentum kick back into play. Obviously, it's in play right now, but this is the lowest price point before the reversal. So we can break and hold underneath that level. Then we have a higher likelihood of price continuing to drop to the downside. Because again, the main reason why price even started this downtrend is, again, back testing. We're on the daily time frame. This is the highest gold has ever been. Okay, we zoom out. Gold has not been this high ever. This is the highest gold was right here. What happened when price hit this high? Rejected. Price tried to hit that same high again. Rejected. So, understanding that these are live values, you got to think, do they want to increase the value of gold? Do they want to make an all-time high for gold? Usually no. So look what happened. Price hit the same level. Well, I was going to hit the same exact price but hit the same range, then what happened? Price rejected again. Another example of price repeating itself. Price always repeats itself. Even if we look at this daily level right here, we see multiple times price rejecting this level. Price always repeats itself. You just got to know what you're looking for and what you're looking at. Let's get out of this bar replay. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Yeah, GJ still trying. Yeah, but a lot of these pairs are just ranging right now. Got a new hour about to start in about 2 minutes. Got a new 15 about to start in 2 minutes. But let's see what happens. Those just joined the stream. We entered the trade. We broke down a few things. Y'all just joined. Definitely recommend rewinding and watching this one. Went over a lot of stuff, a lot of information in this one. But before you do that, go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Last week we went 15-4, cost 72,624 pips. Last month we went 34-3, catching a total 105,389 pips. You hit that first link, you'll be able to check that out and see for yourself. We're about to hit this next TP on GJ though. Yeah, so we just went over that. Now the month before that, how we did June to start off the quarter, we went 55-4, another 93% win rate. Last month we had a 92% win rate. The month before we had a 93% win rate. Caught a total of 151,295 pips. 136,267 those pips were strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. And then how we did for the month of May, if I can find it. Did I tally it up? Let me see if I can find it. If I got to scroll too much, I ain't going to do all that. Okay, here it is. So this is how we did in May. So May, we went 46-5 with a 90% win rate. And then we'll do one more month. So how we did April, if I can find it. Okay, so we just hit that next TP. So let me go ahead and let the members know. So we just hit TP3. And again, we was in drawdown on this all night. I literally took a nap, and we finally was out of drawdown when I took a nap. We entered this. If we go into the advanced play signal room really quick. What time did we enter this trade? Let me see if I can even show y'all. Okay, I can show y'all. So we entered this trade at 9:33 p.m. EST last night. And you see we didn't hit the first TP until literally 15 minutes before London session started. So we was in drawdown all night. And we didn't get into profit until just now. So that's just another example of why you just got to hope the SRTP gets hit. Once you do your analysis, you know what I'm saying? Before you enter a trade, you did your analysis. You waited for confirmations. You double checked, triple checked, hopefully calculated your lot size. So after you did all that, you just got to hold to SLRTP gets hit. Because again, we don't control the market. So who are we to say price should take a certain amount to hit your level, right? Just because yesterday price might have took 2 hours or 30 minutes to hit all TPs doesn't mean it's going to do that every single day or every single trade. That's why it's important to understand what's going on the charts so you know why price is at a halt, why price is struggling, or why price isn't doing what you want it to do, or why price is doing what you want it to do. But yeah, so we're trying. Let's see what these other pairs are doing. GN's still trying as well. Let's see what these other pairs are up to. GA struggling. NAS is kind of just ranging. Yeah, so we're just going to be holding these trades right here. Not going to take anything else for now. Going to see what happens going the rest of the London session, going into pre-New York. But for right now, we're just going to be holding these positions. So we hit TP1, barely missed TP2 on GN, up TP3 on GJ. I have two positions here. I'm still holding this position from yesterday's GJ signal. I'm in this position right here. So my first position is at a nice 1 to 2, almost 1 to 3 risk reward. So I'm up 2 times my risk on this one. And the mean members were in drawdown on GA right now. So right now, 5-6-0, no 7-7-0, but we got one trade still to be determined. So still a great start to the week in the month. Last week, start off the month, we went 15-4. So we're up for the month, up for the week. Can't complain there. If y'all want to contact me directly, hit me up on Instagram, playmaker_way, or if you hit that first link and join the free signal room, free Telegram. Let me switch back to that really quick. All you gotta do is click right here where it says Playbook Free Plays, and then you can also message me on Telegram. I respond to all messages, so you can hit me up there. Now, if you're interested on how to identify these levels, hit the links in the description, join the Advanced Play Signal Room. Of course, there's the course, but like I always tell people, if you know that you're not going to sit there and actually watch those videos, don't even waste your time or money. All right. I know that sounds crazy because I should be pitching the course, but I'm just going to be honest. Like, it will teach you step by step, not just my trading strategy, but how to read charts in general, because the strategy doesn't just work on Forex, it works on everything. But if you know you're not going to take the time to read those short videos, watch those short videos and apply that, don't even do it. Okay, don't even do it. But I also have other options. I have the Advanced Play Signal Room, as well as one-on-one sessions. Now, what comes with the Advanced Play Signal Room, I can pull that up. Now, when I pull this up, these are going to be old trades. I don't want anybody jumping into these trades. These are going to be old trades. I'm about to scroll up to like last week. So I don't want anybody taking these trades. Now, what comes with the Advanced Play Signal Room is obviously you get all my trades, but we also trade every session. So Tokyo session is strictly the Advanced Play Signal Room. So you're only going to get Tokyo trades if you're a member. Then we also trade, of course, London and New York. Now, you also get all the trades taken versus the free Signal Room. You get a quarter to 50% of the trades taken that day. You also get the first trade of the day. So if you know Tokyo session is slow and we don't take it the first trade to London session, you're always going to get that first trade. Then every day during New York session, I drop a New York price watch list. Again, New York session. Again, well, this was Sunday, so that doesn't count. Again, New York session. Again, New York session. So as it says here, looking at trades we're currently in and possible setters going into New York. So as you can see here, I don't just go over the trades we took during London, Tokyo session, and possibly New York, but I explain where I can see price possibly hitting. So I go over specific price levels. I go over why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and I break down all the pairs that we are in, and then also pairs that we like to trade that we just aren't in. Okay, so you're gonna see me flip through multiple different charts. You see me pulling up another chart, about to break that down. And I drop that every day for y'all. And then also we have exclusive live streams. As of lately this year, they've been during New York session during the high impact news events. All right, I was going to notify y'all before we go live, send the link out. And of course, you missed the live, they're recorded and posted so you can watch them later. There's literally over 300 videos, a year worth of live streams, a year worth of content. You see we're in 2022. Then there's also pinned messages here. The account size key. This basically makes sure that you're not entering trades your account can't handle, so you're not over leveraging. There's other few pinned messages. Then there's also the student member group chat. The pinned message in there teaches you how to calculate your lot size. That way, you are risking the same amount each trade, and you're not risking more than you're okay with or that what you plan to risk. Then the one-on-one sessions, they come with the advanced play signal room. That way, while you're learning, you're also earning at the same time. But then they also come with 2 sessions a week. The sessions are an hour long, and they're recorded and sent to you the same day, and they're yours to keep for life. So yeah, I just been scrolling. We're in July now, so you just see what goes down here. TP's getting hit. You see the reactions, see the signals. You see consistently the New York price watch list. You see the recorded live streams, all that good stuff. So this is what we've been doing. And we've been doing this for about a year, almost 2 years now. So like I said, you got any questions of that? The links are in the description. Or if you have any questions for me about this or trading in general, you can DM me. But like I always say, just to save time on both our parts, you can say what's up, but don't just say hey, because you don't know how long it's going to take me to respond to you, and then you don't know how long it's going to take for you to get back to me. So just to keep it efficient on both ends, follow up with your question, comment, concern. That way, we can get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have no issue with y'all just saying, hey, what's up? Or if that's strictly what you want to say, that's cool too. But if you have a question, don't just say, hey, I got a question. Send me your question. You get what I'm saying? But we're going to be back at it same time tomorrow. London session, 3 a.m. EST. And members, you already know in a couple hours, I'm going to send that New York price watch list out for y'all.